Hi, and welcome back to
Inspired to Game. I'm Sean.
And I'm Lola. If you like what you see here, please support our channel by subscribing down below.
And if you've already subscribed, welcome back and throw us a like.
Today we are talking about Bound. Bound is a print and play abstract game coming to Kickstarter February 6th. We're going to start with a very quick overview of how it's played. In Bound, the oldest or first player will place their 4 tokens along the outside edge of the circle in whatever places they choose. The second player will place their 4 tokens on the inside circle adjacent opposite the pieces that the first player played. Then play begins. First, the first player moves 1 piece, whichever one they choose, 1 node. Then the next player moves 1 node as well, and play continues until 1 player has a piece that's bound on all 3 sides. Take note that on each spot within the board, there are 3 adjacencies, 3 positions that you can go at any given time. So if all 3 places are taken by another piece, whether they're your own or an opponent's, you have lost the game. And playing Bound is as simple as that.
So the basic idea of Bound comes from the idea that the mathematicians behind it had of playing a game where the board was the surface of a 3-dimensional object. In this case, it's a dodecahedron, or as we know it in gaming circles, a 12-sided regular polygon or a 12-sided die. The inner circle is that top surface. The 5 surrounding are the ones that you see above. The next 5 on the outside are the ones below. And then the face that it rests on is everything outside of the circle.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating idea. And before we get too far into things, I do want to thank Colin for giving us the PDF copy to do this review today. So I loved the concept of it right away. And oh my goodness, the art is beautiful. It's simple and it's lovely. In fact, it's so beautiful that one thing I think I'd like to do is I'd like to frame it and put it in on our wall someplace in our game room, if we can figure out where. But then it could be nice because then you can pull it down to play. What's really nice with the art as well is there are little animals interspersed throughout the whole thing, like there's a badger and a bird. And while you're waiting for your partner to take their turn, it's kind of fun to watch it all. It's something to distract
it's like
you.
Playing Where's Waldo while you're waiting for your turn.
This game is so deceptively simple. It's simple, but it's a lot of fun, and the strategy has a lot of depth to it. I'm really having a good time with this game. I love strategy games. I love abstract games. I love that it's just pure logic and pure back and forth. And what's really interesting while playing it, so there's that inner tighter ring and then the outer looser ring and then the parts in between. It's fascinating to play with the two, because I was trying to figure out as we played many times, is there a strategy best to bind somebody within the middle or the outside? And there really didn't seem to be. And same thing was when we alternated who started as well. If you start from the beginning or if you start on the outside, does somebody have an advantage? And we found there really is no advantage either way. You can bind wherever you start, and there's multiple ways to pull that win in.
Well, that is something that they mentioned in the design of the game, is that every vertex, every point has 3 other adjacent vertexes. So it's not like a chessboard, whereas you get towards the sides, there are now 2 or 3, 3 all the way down to 2. And everywhere you go on this board, there are 3 points adjacent to where you are. So any setup, any strategy works anywhere on the board exactly the same.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I really love the design of this. It's really interesting too how it's not even just your partner that can bind you, that can block you. They can use yourself to do that as well. So you're always looking for ways to protect your pieces as well. So one strategy to do that is to have pieces that are side by side but separated by 1 space, so no matter what, they can't be bound. But the thing is too, you can't be in a protective spot all the time. You have to get on the offensive as well. So it's a nice balance between going on the offensive and being defensive and watching what your partner is doing as well, because you don't want to be caught with your pants down, so to speak.
Yeah, one of the things I find amazing about it is it feels like a game that's been out there for ages. It's so simple. It's a simple pattern. You find your own pieces, like you would. I can see drawing this in the sand and playing with it, and then to find that, like, no, this hasn't been around for centuries. This is brand new. But it has that feel of like Mancala or tic-tac-toe. It's got a really great feel to it that way.
And you can bring it with you anywhere. So it's pretty much just that one sheet. And it's nice to have a print and play where it's not a whole bunch of things to print out. There's nothing complex. It's a one sheet and then the rules. You find tokens that you want. So I had fun. I actually had a little bit too much fun finding tokens. So I found stones. So stones, you can use gems, you can use buttons. I think I started going a little too far though when I raided my childhood miniatures collection for little miniature tokens as well. I had so much fun. And of course you can use tokens from other games, little cubes, little things. You can have fun choosing what you want. I tried shells as well. So you can have a variety of different tokens. So if you like abstract games, you are bound to love this one. I'm sorry, I had to say it. This Kickstarter will be £1. That's the cost. So if you're into abstract games, I don't see why not. It's a fantastic game. It's a lot of fun and it's beautiful.
I said it feels like an instant classic.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoy what you see, please watch more of our videos and like, subscribe, share as well, and we'll see you later.
Happy gaming, folks.